Yes, it is not a science. He is not a science graduate. Well, he is a graduate in mathematics. He is not said to be the graduate in science. Yes, and that is what the syllabus is.
So physics and chemistry come under which category? Commerce or arts?
My lord, physics
Because
and
we've
chemistry.
not heard of a fourth category. At least
Well,
I haven't.
Now here, my respectful, I got the point of it also. My respectful submission is the meaning of the word science here is the person graduated.
Physics is called applied science.
My lord, my submission is here the science meaning thereby the graduated science and with the biology subject.
Curiosity stake. What did you graduate in?
Me, I have completed the law only, 5-year law course only. That is BSL and LB.
Mr. Gildial must be pre-5 years.
Yeah, he must be.
I've done BSc, I was BSc Maths.
Oh,
PC.
so you are not a science student.
No, I was a science.
No, as per Mr. Tabrakar, you are not a science graduate.
He's a mathematics graduate,
PCM.
You are only a maths
PCM.
graduate.
It was PCM.
PCA. So what the distinction which I was trying to make out before the lordship, the entire syllabus is entirely different for mathematics students and for biology students. So the meaning which has been given, my lord, that science and mathematics means the science teacher who has completed BSc with biology, and mathematics means those who has completed BSc with mathematics. Now, for the purpose of harmonious construction of this rule,
1 second. You are saying science only means biology.
yes,
So there will be nobody in that category because none of them have studied maths.
my lord, when 140 students are there, then they are keeping science bio, and that is what the meaning I have adopted here only. That is why I deferred.
If we read clause 1, the science expression in clause 1 to mean only bio graduates, then there will be nobody with mathematics because they don't study mathematics with biology. How do we meet both the criteria?
Now, the answer to this question by the state government is that a mathematics teacher can teach biology also.
No, we are not on that. We are only.
So, to answer to that is,
Who will satisfy clause 1? If in science,
Yes.
clause 1 means only bio students, then
no. Bio and mathematics,
No, no,
both.
that's-
The course should be divided equally.
Mr. Tabrakar, clause 1 uses the expression science and maths.
Yes,
So as per you, science is only bio.
yes.
So if to satisfy it, one has to have satisfied both the conditions, science, bio and maths. But there will be no graduate in bio and maths because maths is not a subject in bio. So we'll have to then read it as bio or maths. Or maths will mean BA, BCom, PCM also. So you're saying half the seats go to biology and half the seats go to
Yes,
BCom.
yes. This is what my respectful submission is. Because they have interpreted the word science in their rules only, which I was referring, my lord. P4, my lord. Yes, sir. Now, in order to make the things clear. Now, the answer to this is, they say that mathematics teacher can teach biology. An answer to this by me, my lord, that even the biology teacher can teach the mathematics because it is a basic mathematics.
Yeah, so any graduate.
So in order to,
You see, any graduate can teach everything.
yes,
The basic. So you may be a BA pass, you're a graduate. You've in class 10 studied both maths and biology and science subject, you can teach it. Anyway.
now for that purpose, my lord, they have to equally divide the post. That is what my respectful submission. Only it would amount to exclusion of the BSc science. The complete exclusion of BI appeared into the examination.
And who's appearing for the appellants and petitioners in the other petitions?
Me, same.
You're all,
Same, yes, yes.
all are represented.
Yes. Now, The categorization, my lord, the word I was referring annexure P4, my lord. Now, when the number of the student increases more than 140, then only the science teacher is kept.
One bio teacher.
Yes. Then only the bioscience teacher is kept. My respectful submission is that the science and mathematics is to be, they are the distinct, they are not together. There is no subject, science and mathematics in,
Then why is there a qualification in entry 5 to science by adding bio? Why is it not just science? If science in 1 is to be read as bio, then after 105 is over. and
intention-
some fourth is Hindi, Urdu, etc. Then fifth is
the,
bio, is science, bracket bio.
the.
What was the necessity?
The intention of the legislature here, my lord, that science with bio and mathematics.
That's not a combination.
That is the only harmonious interpretation
But
available.
there is.
Otherwise-
You say in graduation, that is not a combination. Bio students do not study mathematics.
Yes, and the same
So there
mathematics.
can't be, so that means all science students are excluded.
This is what my respectful submission is. Now what's happening? What's happening, my lord? Why we have filed this petition?
Mr. Tamrakar, we are wanting to understand that, since you are still at that point. If science in clause 1 is to be read as bio, forget about mathematics for the moment. Then in entry 5, science is, why is science qualified with bio? It could simply be science.
My lord, here the
That means
meaning of
entry
the,
in clause 1 is distinct from entry in clause 5. That seems to
that
be.
is why, my lord, we have challenged that circular dated 11/5/2016, my lord. What we have argued before the learned single judges. That it amounts to keeping of the 4 teacher.
Now, if you look at your prayer in the petition,
My lord.
you're challenging the circular of 19/3/19 as far as the categorization is made on the basis of number of students.
Number of students, yes.
So if we were to say quash clause 4 and 5 and onward and interpret 1 as the state government is saying, then bio is completely out.
My lord, see,
But then this challenge actually goes against your interest
my lord, that
because
is-
you get to come in at least after 140.
that is what we are facing today. Not a single science bio teacher is being appointed.
There is no school with.
No,
only 40 students.
nowhere. Nowhere. For that purpose only we are before your lordship.
Yes.
Now the difficulty is, all these science is candidates, none of them is being appointed.
Is there?
They are not being appointed. The government is not keeping any post for them, saying that it is to be filled up only by the mathematics.
Yes. Anything else?
Now, my lord, if I can just read few documents which are
Yeah.
on the. My lord, may please
In your
refer,
petition?
in my petition. I'll just refer to my lord.
Yours
It will make,
was 11376.
my lord. This is.
19.
1922.
227.
Yes.
Probably it will make things clear, my lords.
You want us to see what document?
My lords, may kindly see. First, my lord, this annexure P4, which I had earlier referred to, page 50.
Yes.
Here, my lord, it says that उक्त आदेश में उल्लिखित पद संरचना को अधिकृत करते हुए राज्य शासन इस द्वारा 6 से 8 की शिक्षा देने वाले स्कूलों में निम्नानुसार शिक्षकों की पदस्थापना की संरचना स्वीकृत करता है. नाउ शिक्षकों की संख्या that 35 और that's all. Second, my lords, में खा विषयवार संख्या छात्र शिक्षक अनुपात के अनुसार शिक्षकों की विषयवार संख्या निम्नानुसार होगी। प्रथम 3 शिक्षक विज्ञान एवं गणित, गणित विषय सहित विज्ञान, भाषा, अंग्रेजी, सामाजिक विज्ञान। सेकंड, छात्र शिक्षक अनुपात के आधार पर शिक्षकों की संख्या अधिक होने पर भाषा, संस्कृत, उर्दू, मराठी, गुजराती। फिफ्थ इज विज्ञान, जीव विज्ञान। सिक्स इज सामाजिक विज्ञान, हिंदी विषय सहित सामाजिक विज्ञान। यदि छात्र शिक्षक अनुपात अनुसार शिक्षकों की संख्या 6 से अधिक हो तो शिक्षक पद की पूर्ति के लिए उपरोक्त क्रम की पुनरावृत्ति होगी। माध्यमिक शाला में शिक्षक की पदस्थापना से तात्पर्य संबंधित विषय समूह में स्नातक से हो। नाउ हियर दे हैव क्लैरिफाइड संबंधित विषय समूह से स्नातक से हो, बिकॉज इन middle school a teacher is not appointed for maths or is not appointed for bio. He is appointed in that group. He is a science teacher, and science teacher would mean that physics, chemistry, maths, bio, and the other subject related to science. He is a science teacher in that group, and therefore I say that in the rules of 2018 they say when provide the qualification he should be graduate in the relevant subject. Relevant subject will not be a particular subject like maths or bio. He has to be a science graduate. And I'll just further documents will make it clear. उक्त संरचना का अर्थ कदाचित पद निर्मित होना नहीं है, पद निर्माण की स्वीकृति पृथक से जारी की जाएगी जिसके उपरांत स्वीकृत। Now my lords, please refer to the next document, Annexure P5, page 53. Page 53. This is circular dated 26/9/2017. Now it reads, my lord, माध्यमिक विद्यालय के रचना क्रम के अनुसार पदों का विवरण निम्नानुसार रहेगा। प्रथम 105 छात्र होने पर पहला पद गणित, दूसरा पद अंग्रेजी, तीसरा पद सामाजिक विज्ञान होगा। छात्र संख्या 105 से अधिक होने पर चौथा पद संस्कृत, उर्दू, मराठी, गुजराती का होगा। छात्र संख्या 141 से अधिक होने पर पांचवा पद विज्ञान विषय अंतर्गत जीव विज्ञान का होगा। Now here they say, when they talk about the mathematics in serial number 1, they do not say mathematics science, but when they talk about this fifth post, they say Vigyan, Jeev Vigyan.
This, Mr. Gildyal,
Yes.
45 is the fact that you have to be a graduate in maths
Yes.
with science, not science with maths. So you have to be a graduate because first post goes to a maths graduate, but their qualification is you are a maths graduate as also a science graduate.
I'll just read further few lines.
And then in the fifth category, 141, Vigyan Vishay Antargat Jeev Vigyan, again biology.
I'll just probably one or two more letters that will make things
Yeah.
clear. Now, माध्यमिक विद्यालयों में कुल स्वीकृत पदों में 50% सीधी भर्ती है, 50% पदोन्नति श्रेणी के अंतर्गत आरक्षित रहेंगे। उक्त आरक्षण में नॉट रिलेवेंट। नेक्स्ट इज सीधी भर्तियां पदोन्नति के पदों का चिन्हांकन करते समय यह सुनिश्चित करना होगा माध्यमिक विद्यालयों में यथास्थिति जिला स्तर कुल चिन्हांकित दैट में आल्सो नॉट बी रिलेवेंट। अंतर्गत माध्यमिक विद्यालयों पदों की ऑनलाइन रजिस्ट्री। नाउ महाराष्ट्र में प्लीज रेफर टू द नेक्स्ट डॉक्यूमेंट। जी सर। नो, दीज आर नॉट but we are now Maharashtra, please see next document, that is annexure P6 months. P6 में candidates. Now P6 is the scheme of examination. This was the Malad teachers eligibility examination. Now Malad, please come to page 57. It starts from page 56. Malad, परीक्षा की योजना एवं पाठ्यक्रम, the scheme of the examination and the syllabus. Now kindly see serial number 4 is mathematics. It does not say mathematics and science or mathematics with science. It says mathematics and विज्ञान. It's a separate one, विज्ञान शिक्षक के लिए for science teacher. Now at the top they say for mathematics teacher. At serial number 4 they say mathematics teacher. There is nothing like mathematics teacher. Whereas विज्ञान there is a science teacher. And both subjects are, matlab, they are separated from each other.
As per them, they only have a maths teacher. They don't have a science teacher.
But that's what I'm saying, Mano, it cannot be. There cannot be a maths teacher in middle.
No, but P5 that you read
Yes.
makes it first as a maths teacher, not science and maths teacher.
So it cannot be a maths teacher.
It is a maths teacher, but because he is also a graduate in science, so he teaches science also.
But the rules do not provide for a maths teacher. Rules provide for a teacher in that subject group.
Science anyways. Yes, what else?
Now, Maharaj, please see next document, Annexure P7, page 59. Page 59, this is 28/8/2018 issued by the state government. मध्य प्रदेश राज्य स्कूल सेवा शिक्षा सेवा शैक्षणिक संवर्ग सेवा शर्तों भर्ती नियमों 2018 इसके पश्चात भर्ती नियम 2018 से संबोधित नियम 11 उपनियम 9 में प्रावधान है कि नियुक्ति की प्रक्रिया समस्त वर्गों के अभ्यर्थियों की योग्यता सूची तैयार की जाने की प्रक्रिया शासन के कार्यपालिका आदेश निर्दिष्ट की जाएगी। इस प्रावधान के अधीन राज्य सरकार द्वारा शिक्षकों की नियुक्ति एवं चयन सूची तैयार की जाने की प्रक्रिया का निम्नलिखित अनुसार निर्धारण किया जा सकता है। हाई स्कूल उच्च माध्यमिक विद्यालय में वी आर नॉट कंसर्न विद हाई स्कूल उच्च माध्यमिक। नेक्स्ट पेज पेज 60 पैराग्राफ 1.2 माध्यमिक विद्यालयों में अध्यापन कार्य हेतु नियोजित किए जाने वाले माध्यमिक शिक्षक की पात्रता परीक्षा विषयवार होगी। परीक्षा के विषय गणित, विज्ञान, सामाजिक विज्ञान। नाउ गणित इज ट्रीटेड सेपरेट फ्रॉम विज्ञान। परीक्षा के विषय गणित, विज्ञान, सामाजिक विज्ञान, हिंदी, अंग्रेजी, संस्कृत एवं उर्दू होंगे। गणित विषय अंतर्गत अभ्यर्थी को गणित अथवा भौतिक शास्त्र अथवा इंजीनियरिंग विषयों के साथ स्नातक उपाधि धारित करना अनिवार्य होगा। विज्ञान विषय अंतर्गत, नाउ काइंडली सी हाउ दे आर ट्रीटिंग साइंस। विज्ञान विषय अंतर्गत रसायन शास्त्र, वनस्पति विज्ञान, प्राणी विज्ञान, माइक्रोबायोलॉजी, बायोटेक्नोलॉजी, बायो इंफॉर्मेटिक्स में से किन्हीं दो विषयों के साथ स्नातक उपाधि करना एवं सामाजिक विज्ञान विषय अंतर्गत इतिहास स्वयं। So what they are saying, a person with mathematics, he can be that with physics and engineering subjects. Whereas as graduate in science, graduate in विज्ञान विषय अंतर्गत रसायन शास्त्र, वनस्पति विज्ञान, प्राणी विज्ञान. So they are treating all of this bio as they treat it as a science.
Yes.
Then it further reads 1.4 माध्यमिक शिक्षा तथा उच्च माध्यमिक शिक्षक पद पर चयन हेतु आवेदक जिस विषय की शैक्षणिक योग्यता धारित करता है उसे उसी विषय के साथ पात्रता परीक्षा उत्तीर्ण करना अनिवार्य होगा। Now it says, now Malars में please see now I was drawing the attention to your lordship to, if we see the RT Act, if it is interpreted in this manner, then RT Act does not leave any scope for a student with bio for any appointment. Because RT Act, if it is read like this, because there is nothing like, they have said fifth course will go to the science with biology. RT Act does not say that. RT Act only says science and mathematics. It does not leave any scope for appointment of a person.
So you should be happy they're at least bringing you in some possibility.
No, that's so. That is misinterpretation. Our case is this because Bihar makes it very clear, and Bihar is also governed by the same RT Act.
Yes.
If I can just draw the attention of once again to your lordship to page 71. Page 71, Lord. It makes it very clear, my lord, that इसी प्रकार page 71 in the middle, my lord, which I had earlier read.
Yes.
It says इसी प्रकार उच्च प्राथमिक कक्षाओं मध्य विद्यालय के लिए आवश्यकतानुसार निम्नांकित विषयों के पद शिक्षकों के नियोजन हेतु शैक्षणिक योग्यता निम्नवत होगी। स्नातक गणित एवं विज्ञान के शिक्षक, नाउ जो पहला वाला है स्नातक गणित एवं विज्ञान, बट RT says गणित एवं विज्ञान, they have interpreted it स्नातक गणित एवं विज्ञान के शिक्षक शैक्षणिक योग्यता गणित भौतिकी रसायन में स्नातक अथवा रसायन वनस्पति विज्ञान जंतु विज्ञान में स्नातक।
So are they not expanding on the RTE Act?
They are not, Mano. They are not, Mano. They are saying, kindly see, they have quoted the first, Mano, that RT say Snatak Ganit and Vigyan. And then they say, what does it mean? Because, Mano, may kindly see, Mano, may visualize the situation where you say a student who has taken, Mano, bio in class 12, he is written off. If it is read like this, he is written off. Because he cannot be appointed if the number of student is 105, up to 105, he cannot be appointed. Below 140, he cannot be appointed anytime. That cannot be the interpretation. And my humble submission is this, my lord, that if the rules had said that the teacher in maths, probably they were right. When the rules say that graduate in relevant subject and they themselves say subject means a group of subjects, then both, whether he is a graduate with bio or graduate with math, both are inclusive. And not only Bihar, Chhattisgarh, Odisha, Uttarakhand, they are following the same pattern.
Yes.
And if I can just add one more line, Manu, that the RT Act does not provide the qualification. RT Act has provided the arrangement of the posting, how the arrangements are to be made. Therefore, they have said Ganit or Vigyan. They do not provide the qualification. Qualification has to be read from the rules. And rules do not say maths teacher or bio teacher. It says science teacher.
Yes.
Now, recently, my lord, what has happened that following these circulars, the government, my lord, wherever the science teacher, my lord, these teachers with bio were posted, in all institutions they were declared surplus. Wherever the strength was less than 105, they all were declared surplus and they were transferred to different places. Out of every institution, only with one qualification that they are bio teacher. Those orders were challenged before this honorable court in various writ petitions. The matter has been heard by the honorable single judge. All that the policy and the transfer orders, and the matter has been heard. The order is reserved for decision.
That's all.
Yes.
Mr. Jain.
Well, we are supporting the order passed by in item number 1, my lords, the 8 number, the main writ appeal, my lords. My lord, may kindly appreciate, my lord, the order passed by the honorable single bench, my lords. Wherein, my lords, the after para 4 and since until from para 4 it will be relevant, my lords. Para 4, my lords. Of this, may I be permitted to read this, my lords?
Yeah.
The contention of the petitioner is that the clause science and mathematics means science as well as mathematics and does not mean the science or mathematics. Thus, the state authorities are wrongly reading and as or. Now, my lord, this portion which has been argued by my learned senior, my lords, has already been rightly interpreted by, by the honorable bench, my lords. This is, my lord, per contra, the Council for State has relied upon the order dated R1, that is 11/5/2016, which has been issued by the state government to give effect to section 19 of the Act of 2009, and cadre stature for the middle school has been laid down. As per this said cadre, the structure shall be one teacher each in the middle school having strength of 105 children, and these first three teachers would be of science and mathematics, since science is included within mathematics, as the second teacher would be of language and third teacher would be of social science. Now, this, my lords, para 7 would be relevant, para 6 I'm skipping, my lords. As per this order, the state government has filed an additional affidavit, and in the affidavit dated 24/2020, it has been mentioned that the section 25 of the Act of 2009 provides for pupil-teacher ratio, and also that the subject of science is consolidated subject in the middle school, which includes chemistry, physics, and biology, and share of biology in the science is only about 1/3. My lord, that is what my submission is, my lord. My lord, this is the analogy which would ought to have been applied, and the same would have been demonstrated before this honorable court as how much that particular portion of this subject is required. My lord, now 1/3, and also that the candidates qualified in mathematics and science can cover up the complete portion of mathematics and the major portion of science subject, but the same cannot be done vice versa. Now, my lord, after this, my lord, and para 10 may kindly be seen of this particular order. Para 10, I am reading the relevant line, my lord, if your lordship says, if the contention of the petitioner is accepted, and if the word and between science and mathematics is to be read disjunctive, it would mean that there would be 4 teachers for middle school having up to 105 children. The schedule mentions that there shall be 1 teacher per class, so that there shall be 1 teacher each for 3 classes, subclause 1 to 3. By a plain reading of the said provision, it is evident that there will be a minimum 3 teachers in all middle schools, with each teaching science and mathematics, social science, languages. If the intention was otherwise, then the legislature would have carved out 4 clauses from 1 to 4 and not from 1 to 3. In that, my lords, now the standard of biology in the middle school is not in such of nature as would require a specialized teacher, and having graduate or post graduation in biology subject to teach biology from class 6 to class 8. A teacher having studied mathematics up to graduation level can teach very well as per the science subject from class 6 to class 8. Now, my lord, on the aforesaid, my lord, now, my lord, we kindly appreciate the return filed by us in the writ petitions, my lord. I am taking the return, my lords. We have filed in WB number 26799, which my learned senior is arguing, my lord. My lord, we kindly see from para 7 onwards, my lord. Para 7 onwards, my lord. Para 8 would be very relevant. Two 26799, sir. Oblique 2022. This is 8.1, sir. Para 8, your lordships.
One second. Para 8, there is no para 8. sir.
Para 8 of my reply, sir. No, no, it is a complete reply we have filed.
Only 6 paragraph.
This is till para 16, the reply is there.
So there is an application.
Yes, reply, my lords.
It begins.
Return we have filed. My lord? Yes, yes.
Without prejudice to
Yes,
the
yes. My lords, now my lords, may kindly see the setup now, my lords, what we are trying to demonstrate, my lord. The state of Madhya Pradesh, there are 3 from class 9 to 12. Second is middle school, that is 6 to 8, and primary school, that is 1 to 5. Now, the present case relates to the middle school teachers, my lord, and in pursuance to that, my lord, the state government has specifically stated that we have conducted this professional, this examination for posting such middle school teachers for the post of about 5670 post, my lord. Now, pursuant to this advertisement, my lord, the present my lord, now we have drawn the attention that at that time, my lord, this selection was yet to be has happened, and we have objected in pursuance to that. But, my lord, so far as this order, in this order, the relevant point which has come, my lord, in regard to this ratio, that has also been mentioned, my lord, in subclause 2 of para 9, my lord. Subclause means, we have taken the relevant portion of the provisions of norms and standard for schools from the RT Act, my lord, section 19, my lords. And section 19 norms and provision, is 25 may kindly be seen on the next page, my lords. Clause 25, my lords, of those provisions.
Yes.
Now, the setup is basically based upon the, my lord, may I be permitted to read this? Pupil-teacher ratio, within 3 years from the date of commencement of this act, the appropriate government and the local authority shall ensure that the pupil-teacher ratio as specified in the schedule is maintained in each school. For the purpose of maintaining the pupil-teacher ratio under subsection 1, no teacher posted in a school shall be made to serve in any other school or office deployed for any other educational purpose other than section 27. Now, my lord, apart from this, my lord, the standard for the school also deals with the requirement of teachers in Schedule 1B, provides for 6 to 8 teachers, 1 teacher as per the class, so that there shall be 1 teacher each for the first science and maths, second social science, and third language. Now, my lord, it provides that 35 children in admission is teacher above 100 on a full-time head teacher and instructor for art to health and physical matter. Now, in this particular case, my lord, the help of this circular dated 19/3/2019 has been taken, my lord, which is issued by the authorities, and wherein, my lord, this formula is given, my lord, that 35 into 35 into 35, that is there, my lord, that is 105 students, 3 teachers are required. So we have tried to demonstrate that how and in what mechanism these teachers are being posted, my lords, and as per their requirement, my lords. Now, your lordships may kindly see, my lords, that in pursuance to that only, my lord, that's R1, which has been argued, my lord, that is this document P4 in these petitions, that is 11/5/2016, my lord. This is also the circular, my lord, which they have. So basically, my lord, what I'm trying to submit is that, my lord, this entire setup is basically on the basis of the requirement of the teacher. The portion of the subject which is required to be taught by the particular teacher is covered, and this is basically for the middle school teachers, my lord.
That's all.
So that's, my lord,
The arguments heard, judgment reserved.
Just one thing I wanted to clarify that I at the very outset submitted, it's not my argument that there should be 4 teachers.
No, that we understand. That we understand.
And just
Nobody's case, there should be 4, everybody's case is 3.
3.
That,
And annexure P16, my lord, it deals with annexure P16 with my petition, page 83. Even, my lord, at the level of the central government, when the, my lord, this, here, my lord, the teacher eligibility examination, there is a central teachers eligibility examination. There also, my lord, they say that the maths and science, there is a common examination for both. For maths and bio, my lord, both maths and science, there is a common examination. 60 questions, my lord, MCQ are asked there also.
yes. 60 MCQ in maths and 60 MCQ in science.
Well, page 86, my lord, it says Ganit and Vigyan Shikshak ke liye Ganit Vigyan. Both are, my lord,
60. Excellent.
well, great.